You are listening to the Rewards Canada podcast.
Hello, and welcome to episode 90 of the Rewards Canada podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about the first points miles credit card you should get when you are starting out in this ever so fun hobby of ours. But even if you're fully immersed in the awesome world of rewards, give it a listen, kind of as a refresher as to why you may have this card or why you should get it if you don't. You know, maybe you're somebody who already has a credit card that doesn't earn rewards, or maybe you have one that does, but you just grabbed what was offered to you by your bank, but now you're really ready to get serious about the whole points and miles thing. You're ready to take the deep dive into this world and will research every aspect to your heart's content. That research can take time, and you will be constantly learning. I joined my first frequent flyer program way back in 1988, and have been running Rewards Canada for over 20 years now, and still learn something new each and every week. So while it can take time to learn everything that's kind of out there, there's one credit card you should get as your first card, and you can get it right away so that you jumpstart your points and miles journey. And that card is the American Express Cobalt Card. In this podcast, I'll explain why it is the best first points and miles card to get, but even for all you veterans, it will explain why to get it if you don't already have it in your wallet. Or if you do, like I said, it's going to just kind of reiterate or refresh you as to why it is in your wallet. Let me start off by saying, not only is this a great card for beginners, it is in fact the number one card to have for even the most seasoned points and miles enthusiasts. As I stated in the published feature that will go along with this podcast that we'll link to on our podcast page, rewardscanada.ca/podcast, the Cobalt card is the perfect one to dip your toes into any time, any travel rewards, set value airline rewards, cashback rewards, frequent flyer and frequent guest programs, and so on. It covers everything. So that is why it is the best card in Canada for beginners and even for experts, because it covers everything. I mean, that's the amazing thing about the Cobalt card. It's not just considered an entry-level card. Yet for someone entering the points and miles world, it is just the card to get. The primary reasons this card is the best one to start out with are twofold. First, it has no minimum income requirements. So if you have a good credit rating, but only make $40,000 per year, there's a really good chance you can get this card. No need for the $60,000 or $80,000 like you see on some of the other top cards in Canada. Second, and this is the big one, is the card's reward program. Membership Rewards is the best credit card program in Canada. In fact, it is the best loyalty currency in Canada out of all programs. And the program itself covers all types of reward options, including the two most popular ones, which are travel and cash back. Since Membership Rewards has all of these options, this card has you covered while you can educate yourself and learn more about the worlds of points and miles. And in the end, when you decide what your primary reward or reward goals are, you're covered because this card covers you for it. Let's start off looking at the points earning on this card. The card has a big 5 times points that are earned on eats and drinks. So that's 5 points per dollar spent on restaurants, grocery stores, bars, coffee shops, bakeries, food delivery, that includes a restaurant and grocery delivery, and more. So 5 times points there. It was actually the first card in Canada to offer 5 times points like this. Then it has 3 times points earning on select streaming services here in Canada. That's like your Netflix and things like that. 2 times points on gas, travel, transit, including ride sharing and taxis. And travel, that's hotels, flights, and all that stuff. So really strong in that category as well. And then it's a 1 times point or 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. Basically, this card is a points earning machine. You can print points with this card when you use it. But that's not saying that there aren't other cards out there that are also points earning machines. But the difference here is those other cards aren't so strong on the redemption side. So that brings us to our long-term philosophy that you have to look at both sides of the equation on your cards or loyalty programs. And by that we mean the earning side and the redemption side. And I'm going to use the same term here that I used in the previous little section. The Cobalt card has you covered. You're covered on both sides of the equation because you earn a lot of points, but it retains value in your points, unlike some of those other cards. Now we'll look at the redemption options with the American Express Cobalt card. As I mentioned, the other side of the points and mile equation is the redemption side, and this is something American Express does best of all proprietary credit card reward programs in Canada. The reason why is they have virtually every type of redemption option available to the card member. So if you're just starting out in the incredible world of loyalty rewards, you don't have to delay or miss out on any points earning opportunities while you're doing your research to figure out what type of rewards that will be best suited for you. You can simply get this Cobalt card right away, spend as you need. Well, make sure you spend $500 per month for the first year to earn the entire welcome bonus on the card. And then once you feel comfortable enough knowing how you want to be rewarded, you'll be sitting pretty, as you don't have points stuck in a program or various programs that could be a lot less flexible than American Express's membership rewards. So let's take a look at those redemption options. First, we'll start with any travel anytime. So what this is where you basically can go out and book travel with Air Canada, with WestJet, Expedia, you name it, anybody you book travel with. And then once the charge shows up on your account, you just redeem the points against that charge. So if you bought a $350 airline ticket and you have 35,000 points, well, you can redeem those 35,000 points to pay for that entire $350 airline ticket. You just redeem the points against the charge because it's 1,000 points to $10. If you don't have enough points, that doesn't matter. You can even do a partial redemption. If you just have 1,000 points, you can redeem it and get $10 off that flight, and you now only paid $340. I think you get the picture of how it works. It's basically a cash back redemption towards your travel, but you're getting the full value. You know, your 5 points is worth 5%, your 3 points is worth 3%. So a really good option and really flexible option. The next redemption option that they offer is called the American Express Fixed Points for Travel. And this is your traditional award chart style redemption, where there's a set amount of points you need to redeem for flights within a specific region or regions. You know, so basically you have 15,000 points for a short haul, or not a short haul flight, but a popular short haul flight. There's a few routes that American Express has there. And then it's 20,000 for other short haul flights. So that's within your province or to neighboring province and state. And then it goes up from there. There's like 40,000 points for flights within North America and so on and so forth. And then you have a maximum ticket value for those points that you can redeem against. And it works out that the best redemption in this, if you can max out that ticket value, is a 2 cents per point redemption. So that actually makes your 5 times points that you're earning on the Cobalt card worth up to 10%. Now the values range on these fixed points travel redemption, but on average you should be getting a pretty decent return if you can utilize this fixed points chart. The next travel redemption option, and this is a big one for points and miles veterans, is converting points to partner airlines or hotels. The American Express Membership Rewards program has 6 airline partners and 2 hotel airline partners that you can convert your membership rewards points to. The big 3 that most people like are Air Canada Aeroplan, British Airways Executive Club, and Marriott Bonvoy. But the others shouldn't be ignored as well. In fact, one of the newest ones, Air France KLM's Flying Blue, is one of those that you shouldn't ignore because that's a pretty decent one too as well, which we'll go into in other articles and podcasts on how that program can work as well. These are big because you can convert points 1-to-1 to Air Canada Aeroplan or British Airways Executive Club. We value Air Canada Aeroplan points at no less than 1.5 cents per point, so that puts your value of the points earned on this card from 1.5 up to 7.5 cents. But that's a minimum. That's redeeming for, a pretty basic economy class flight. The beauty of converting to Air Canada Aeroplan or British Airways and then redeeming with those programs is it gives you the option to redeem for outsized value in business class or first class flights. And that really bumps your cents per point value or your value of those points much higher. We've been giving examples of 4 cents, 6 cents, and all that stuff. So it actually, your Cobalt card is giving you up to a 30% return, or even in some cases can be even higher on your spending. So it's huge. But I'm not here so much to talk about the value, but rather than show you the options. So this card, here you have these airline programs, and then even Marriott Bonvoy Hotel for redeeming for hotels. But even Marriott has conversion to over 40 airlines, so there's even more options there. So you can see by getting the Cobalt card first, you're having yourself covered. If you, after you finish all your research and decide, Aeroplan is the way I want to go, that's going to be my primary program, you have nothing to worry about because your Cobalt card, those points can be converted to Aeroplan. Same thing with Marriott and so on and so forth. So those are just more examples of why this card is the best first card to get. those are all the travel redemption options, but the card also has a cash back option, and this is just like that any travel, anytime option. In fact, we rank the card the #1 cashback card in Canada because of that. They call it the use points for purchases option, and it works exactly like that any travel, anytime redemption. Basically, you redeem 1,000 points to get a $10 statement credit towards any eligible purchase made on the card. So basically, it's a 1 to 5% cashback card, which is equal to or better than most cashback cards in the market. So as I mentioned, this card is a points earning machine, and it is also a redemption starter. I think you might be getting the picture here as to why this makes the best first card, and honestly the best card to have in your wallet for even the most seasoned points and miles enthusiast. So with that, you have all 4 major reward options covered: any travel, anytime, fixed point travel redemptions, frequent flyer and guest program redemptions, and cashback. But it doesn't stop there. You also have what we would call the minor redemption options, and those are merchandise, prepaid cards, and even using your points at checkout with places like Amazon and Air Canada. Really, this card, thanks to the membership rewards program, has you covered from A to Z, and that is why it is the best first card to start your points and miles journey. For those of you who may have been in this a lot longer, or not even a lot longer starting out, one issue as to why you may not have this card, and my best guess is that it's brought up time and time again, is the acceptance of American Express cards. And yeah, if you're just starting out your research, you may learn or know that Amex cards aren't as accepted at as many places as Visa or MasterCard. So you may say, why should this card be your first? Well, chances are right now you're using a debit card or cash or a non-rewards card for your spending, and you can keep doing so for any places that don't accept Amex. I'm guessing it will most likely be less than 20% of the places that you shop at that won't accept Amex. I mean, you can use it at all the big name merchants except Costco and Loblaw family of stores. If you're going and getting gas, there's a 99.9% chance they accept American Express. Fast food, the same deal. Even almost most food trucks accept American Express. Well, at least here in Calgary they do. Drugstores, you name it. Your purchases you can put on this card, probably 80 to 90% of them. And so even with that lower acceptance, this card is the one you should get because you're going to be earning tons of points. Probably even more so than a Visa or MasterCard that has a lower earn where you can cover all your purchases. You'll still be more rewarded with this card. And then you still have yourself covered with your debit or cash or whatever you're using for those places that don't take Amex. But at least right now you are building up that sweet balance of points on all the purchases where you can use the Cobalt card. And then you're going to be doing research to see what your second and third card should be in your wallet. I mean, I'll touch upon that quickly. In most cases, your second card should be a MasterCard. That is if you shop at a Costco, because that's all they accept at their warehouses. If not, then it's really a toss-up between Visa and MasterCard. And this is where your research comes in to guide you, to make up, to figure out what that right card should be for your second position in your portfolio. For example, you've done a lot of reading, learned all of the in and outs of the programs, and the insight that you have is that you want to convert points to Aeroplan. Aeroplan is going to be your program of choice. So it makes sense to make your second card an Aeroplan co-brand card. Whether it's the no-fee CIBC Aeroplan card or the most popular TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite card, you would get one of them so that you would receive preferred pricing on Aeroplan award flights. What this is a discount in the points required when you redeem for an Aeroplan award flight. So you have the ultimate in Aeroplan points earning with the Cobalt card, and then you're further extending the value of the points by having an Aeroplan co-brand card that gives you a discount on those flights. It's literally a 1-2 punch to get the best value out of the Aeroplan program. On top of this, if you do get a premium or ultra premium Aeroplan card, you receive additional benefits, with probably the big one being no charge on your first checked bag when you fly with Air Canada. So as you see, it may take you some time to learn the ins and outs of the various programs and to find out what rewards or programs will be best suited to your shopping habits, travel habits, and reward goals. But by getting the Cobalt card, you don't have to wait until your research is done, as the card has you covered no matter what route you end up taking. So that is why it should be your first card, and also why you shouldn't wait to get it, as you'll miss out on points earning while you're doing that research. Well, that's all she wrote. Thank you for tuning in to the Rewards Canada podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and be sure to help spread the word so that we can keep bringing you the best in loyalty rewards content in Canada. Share the podcast, hit the like button, leave a 5-star review on your favorite listening platform, and so on. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. The Rewards Canada podcast is produced in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, with music produced by Regina's own TWKOP.